Hello everybody, this is John Doe MCOC here, and it has, as usual, been a while since my last video, but it's been a pretty stressful couple of weeks, so I'm hoping you guys can forgive me and we can hop right into this video. So today I wanted to do a video on a champion that I have been wanting to do a video on for a while, but I have him as a 4-star, it's Sasquatch. I just haven't really had the time to, put the resources in to rank him up. But I wanted to, just go over his comic book backstory a little bit because he is, if you've read the Immortal Hulk comic, he's prolific in the new Immortal Hulk, which is how I got into him and I started reading some Sasquatch comics, but he is really interesting, and he's a great character in the game too. But essentially, you can read all this in his bio if you want, but he was a college roommate of Bruce Banner's, and he was like a jock. I think he played football or hockey or something. Doesn't really matter, and he was good at everything he did, so he picked up particle physics and gamma physics, and Bruce Banner was smoked him and lectured him about how he just because he's good at everything doesn't mean he's gonna be good at this gamma physics because it's the most complicated thing ever, and blah blah blah. But he still kept in it, but he conceded to Banner and let Banner kind of have his own thing. But years later, after they had graduated college, he saw Banner turn into the Hulk on TV and was like, oh my god, Banner did it. So he was dedicated into turning himself into something similar, and where he spent all of his money he got from playing whatever he played, and he turned himself into Sasquatch. Now, if you were to just hear that, you might think, oh, he's a gamma mutate like Hulk, and that is true. He is a gamma mutate, but he is also inhabited by a beast called Tarnak from the realm of the great beasts, I believe it is. And Tarnak could control and enter his body and make him do things he didn't want to do. But eventually, he overcame Tarnak and was in complete control of the Sasquatch persona, so he could transform into Sasquatch whenever he wanted, and essentially became a giant, hairy Canadian Hulk. So, obviously, he's mystic in the game, despite being a gamma mutate, because he has inhabited by Tarnak, and the realm of the great beasts and all that. So, I thought that was an intelligent class pick, but just go over some of his abilities and then his synergies, and we'll get into our favorite punching bag Winter Soldier. He's also, I was thinking about showing him off on the Cavalier node, just because he is really perfect for it, but it's just a pain with a 4-star, and I'm not even sure if I want to do that challenge this month, so I think we're just going to go for Realm of Legends, just to show you this awesome damage loop he has. So his Sig ability, which I have maxed just because he's a 4-star, and 4-stars are easy to max. He essentially gets a healing factor when below 50% or 40%, and heals a base amount, which is really good on defense because it doesn't heal based on base health. It literally just heals 5%, and there's no way you're going to be doing over 5% per hit in an alliance war. So that is super cool. And then he becomes unstoppable and during special and heavy attacks, and reduces their defensive combat power rate, which is really good. But that's only during Wrath of Tarnak, and I always thought unstoppable special attacks were kind of redundant because you can't really hit someone in a special attack, it just whiffs, so it's not really whatever. But the unstoppable heavy is nice. Immune to armor break and frostbite, and 90% cold snap resistance, which is really nice. No inverse regen, which is also a good defensive thing, and also, depending on the scenario, a good offensive thing. Gains plus combat power rate, or if they're buffed or staggered. And it increases to 50 if there's 4 more, but you can't get 4 staggers on someone with Sasquatch, so it's got to be buffs really for that. That's a cool little thing. The Rupture debuffs, which is a new debuff on mediums, increased chance during Wrath of Tarnak. Heavy attack is where you get the staggers, but you can only get 2. The Rage, so you build Rage through light attacks, and just not getting hit and not hitting. They reduce damage from all sources except Special 3 by 5% per stack. So it's not during Rage, but it's before Rage starts. You actually get a bunch of beefiness. Rage is not affected by ability accuracy, but it can be prevented from a science debuff, which is pretty cool. Well, not just an Innervator or Exhaustion. Wrath of Tarnak. So he goes into Wrath of Tarnak, and it's kind of like Groot's pacifism, where the chance increases the more stacks you have. He's stun immune, block penetration, and combat power rate. The special attacks cost less power, and special and heavy attacks drain 5% of the max power if they're at 3 bars, which is awesome. And then special attack 1 refreshes Rupture, which is what we're going to be using in that damage loop to get a nasty crit or just nasty base hit off the special. 2, has a chance to stun if it's blocked, which is really nice during Wrath. Special 2 removes the Rupture debuffs, gaining a bunch of attack, and that's where we're going to get the nasty little crit. And then the special 3 just sends you into Wrath, gives you 5 stacks, and regenerates you, which is super cool. Synergies, nothing super special, except for, of course, the infamous Sabretooth synergy that gives him Sabretooth and essentially unlimited Furies, which has made him... There's a big controversy over it. I think they nerfed it to where it's only 30 now, but made Sabretooth a viable champ in the current meta, which is awesome. Cool Hulk synergy that makes him reverse ability power, which is badass. Pretty basic synergy with Squirrel Girl. And then a really cool synergy with Hulkbuster, where he gets a little bit of extra rage and Hulkbuster gets another armor buff. So, without further ado, let's take him up against our favorite punching bag. And I'm going to show you guys how to... I've gotten my biggest... I think Namor actually might have gotten a bigger crit, but definitely he has the potential to get the biggest crit you've ever gotten on your account. And that is something I guarantee if you have him. Let's build a synergy team. Sasquatch. Or, do Sabretooth. Okay. Essentially, all you need to do for this guy is it's super simple. It's just get in a Sasquatch, get Ruptures, however you want to get him. You're going to get him a lot more in Rage, but just get Ruptures in Special 1, spam Special 1, until you get to, like, however many Ruptures you want, and then go crazy on Special 2. I think, for the purposes of this video, we'll probably get to like 50 stacks of Rupture. Maybe a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on how we feel. Wrath really soon here. Probably right now. Yep. Oh. So in Wrath, what we're going to want to do is essentially just build up those Ruptures. Please don't. Oh, fuck. Build up these Ruptures. More Ruptures are better. Oh, shit. And not do what I just did, which is get hit. Special 1. Okay, a few blocks. Still refreshes. And if you want, you can put the stagger on them, which will increase combat power, but it doesn't really matter. I actually have to be careful with that, because sometimes I'll literally be getting too much power, and it can actually fuck with the rotation. So that's something to be careful of, but it's also very helpful. Like, you probably want to get, if you're really trying to spam specials in Wrath, and you're not just trying to go for this giant damage combo, then yeah, you want that. Heavy inter-attack intercept, whatever you gotta do to get that up front. Just like that. Just like that. That's exactly what we don't want to do. To build that back up. Because that's why I don't really like playing with that on, because it really is too much power. But we're already back where we started, so. But even from that, like just the little Ruptures that we did see. I mean, it's crazy. But damn, I think that was like 20,000 at least. Yeah, be careful with Sasquatch combat power rate. Never thought I would say that it's a bad thing to be gaining that much power, but when you're working with sensitive rotations, like Doom is another perfect example. I was using Doom because I just got a 5-star Doom that I ranked up and maxed out, and I do want to do a video on him pretty soon. But I was doing that the Women of Power thing, which was awesome quest, by the way. I think I actually got a 5-star Gamora from the thing, which she's not a base 5-star, so I'm actually really happy about that. But, I was using Doom against the Jubilee, and I had Mystic Dispersion, I think on just like 4. But I had Mystic Dispersion on 4, and I was nullifying her prowesses, and I was nullifying all the power gain. I was like trying to do the Doom loop, which if you don't know what that is, I'll show it off in my Doom video. I was trying to do the Doom loop, but I literally had too much power. I pushed her to a special 3 and got wrecked. It was hilarious. Like I had to chip out a revive, but I kind of laughed. Like, it was fun. same problem, I guess. Yeah, it's a problem, but like probably one of the best problems to have is that you're gaining too much power. That's another thing. That's why I don't keep MD and MS Explosion at 5 out of 5. I never even bought it because like 4 out of 4 is like pushing it. 4 out of 4 is like a good, like it's a good healthy amount of power. Or 4 out of 5 is a good healthy amount of power. But it's like it's a lot of power, y'all. Like it can push me. Like if I'm fighting an old man Logan and I just literally any one of his specials will send me to a special 3. So I just have to be careful with that now. Also, I'm kind of trying to avoid going to rage right now, but just trying to slowly build up the things. But I'm remembering that I actually get a lot more rage in math, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. There it is now. Yeah, if he blocks it, we want him to. More ruptures on. Yeah, it's just he's gaining too much power. I can't do all the things I want to do because he's gaining that much power. There, okay. So I'm gonna do one more Wrath cycle, building up the ruptures, and then I'm going to pop them on a special 2, and hopefully we'll be able to get to see some of this cool damage. And I know this is a long video. I don't expect you to watch all of it. If you just want to skip to the big yellow number, I get that. But it is kind of interesting to see how he does it. Yeah, we're gonna go. Oh, unless I get clipped. Ruptures here. One more set of ruptures, and then bam. 63,000 base, so I think that would have been a 180 crit. I absolutely deleted his health pool. So yeah, that's something cool about Sasquatch. If you're looking for a champion that could just pull that out. So yeah, he's crazy. Amazing champion. I'm glad even if he's just a 4-star, I'm glad I got to play around with him. But just to let y'all know some of the other things that I'm going to be doing videos on soon. I just got Professor X. I actually won him in Arena, which is the first time I've won something in a while because I haven't had any reason to grind, but I saw he was in the 4-star and I was like, those synergies look spicy to me. So I'm definitely going to do a Professor X video, probably less of a Professor X. Though I picked up his playstyle. It's actually a lot of fun, and you can melt bigger health opponents with it. It just takes a little bit of ramp up. But anyways, I'm definitely also going to do... sorry, I'm tired today. I'm also going to do Professor X synergy guides, like this little gateway. It gives the mutants like passive power, gives them a cheat death, a mental barrier. Oh, I don't think I actually get the mental barrier because it's a 4-star. But the poison resistance, which combined with Apocalypse's horseman thing, makes literally any mutant utterly suicide friendly. I actually heal from all of it. So that's something I'm definitely going to do and show off. I want to do a Dr. Voodoo at some point. I want to do a Horseman Wolverine. I want to do a Horseman Gambit. I want to do Human Torch. I want to do Dragon Man. I did Ghost. I want to do Captain America, Captain Marvel, Doctor Doom. There's a lot of people I want to do. But probably be expecting a Doctor Doom, an Angela, and a Professor X soon. And let me know if you have any preferences for who you want to see next, because I have pretty much every champion in the game now, so let me know. Have a good day, y'all.